Riding tips. Only experienced riders. No. Pro tips? Ever wonder how they make those perfect turns at high speeds or manage to handle tricky conditions like it's nothing? Stick around, because today we're diving into some pro tips that'll level up your riding game. Tip number 1. Mastering. Counter steering. Counter steering is something most new riders overlook, but it's one of the most important techniques to learn. It's all about leveraging your body and your bike to make sharp, controlled turns at high speeds. Sounds simple, but it's a game changer when you nail it. Here's the trick. When you're turning at higher speeds, push the handlebar in the opposite direction of the turn to initiate the lean. If you've ever been on a curve and felt like you couldn't quite make it, countersteering is probably where you went wrong. At slow speeds, you'll rely more on leaning the bike into the turn, but as you increase your speed, countersteering takes over. It allows you to turn more precisely, giving you more control of your bike when you need it most. Once you get this down, you'll feel like a pro on every curve. Number 2. Understand throttle control. Throttle control is one of those things that sounds easy but can be tricky in practice. The way you handle the throttle can completely change how your bike responds, especially when cornering or shifting. Jerky throttle inputs? Big no-no. Smooth transitions are key. That's the secret the pros use. Whether you're cruising on the highway or navigating tight turns, you want to gradually adjust the throttle, rather than yanking it open or slamming it shut. This smoothness keeps your bike stable and your ride much safer. If you've ever felt your bike jerk when you shift or corner, this is likely the cause. Get this dialed in, and your ride will feel a lot more controlled. If you want to ride like an experienced pro, this could be the most valuable thing you ever download. I've put together the ultimate used bike survival blueprint, the exact inspection, maintenance, upgrade, and price negotiation system that experienced riders use to avoid scams, keep their bikes running like new, and save thousands. Whether you're upgrading your first bike or building your dream garage, this isn't just a guide, it's a lifetime safety net. Links in the description. Get it now before the discount is over for the first 10 buyers. Number 3. Body positioning for turns. When it comes to turns, your body plays a massive role in your bike's stability. A lot of newer riders focus on the bike and ignore how important their body positioning is. Here's the pro tip. Keep your body loose, especially your upper body. When you approach a turn, lean into it ever so slightly, but keep the bike upright to maintain traction. This lets you make the turn smoothly without losing control. Most new riders stiffen up when leaning into turns, but that's not the way to go. If you want maximum control, you need to flow with your bike. The key is balance. Your body must move with the bike's lean while still keeping it in check. Check out the description if you want to grab the secret tools I personally use on my motorcycles. Number 4. Braking with both brakes. Let's face it, braking is one of those things we all take for granted until it's too late. Here's a pro tip you might not know. Always use both your front and rear brakes together for smoother, more controlled stops. That doesn't mean slam both brakes at the same time and pray. The front brake provides most of the stopping power, but you should still apply the rear brake for added stability. This is especially important when you're braking on uneven roads or during an emergency stop. The rear brake helps keep the bike balanced, preventing it from pitching forward too abruptly. Trust me, when you get the hang of this, your braking will feel more fluid and effective. Number 5. Proper tire pressure. Checks. Experienced riders know this rule like the back of their hand. Check your tire pressure before every ride. It may sound simple, but it's one of the most critical safety checks you can do. Tires are the only point of contact between your bike and the road, and riding with incorrect tire pressure can drastically affect your handling, braking, and overall safety. Overinflated tires might feel stiff, reducing traction, while underinflated tires can cause poor handling and increase the risk of a blowout. Maintaining the proper tire pressure ensures better grip, better fuel efficiency, and, most importantly, a safer ride. Get in the habit of checking your tires every time you head out. Number 6. Riding in wet conditions. Riding in wet conditions can be intimidating, even for experienced riders. The first thing you need to do? Slow down. When the roads are slick, everything changes. Your tires need more time to grip the surface, and your braking distance increases. Experienced riders know how to adjust their cornering and braking techniques when it rains. The key is to be gradual with both. When leaning into a turn, avoid aggressive movements and maintain a smooth arc. Use the front brake progressively and try to brake earlier than usual. In the rain, stopping distances can be much longer, so leave plenty of space between you and the bike ahead. Another important tip: be aware of areas that are more likely to be slick, like painted road markings, manhole covers, and puddles. These can be extra dangerous when wet. Number 7. Night riding strategies. Riding at night offers a whole different set of challenges. Visibility is reduced, and things can appear suddenly out of nowhere. But pro riders know how to handle it. First off, always make sure your headlight is clean. It might sound obvious, but a dirty headlight will drastically reduce your visibility, especially when riding through dark areas. Also, adjust your speed to match the reduced visibility. Even if you're used to cruising at higher speeds during the day, slow it down when it's dark. Pro riders keep a bigger following distance to give themselves more time to react. And don't forget to use your high beam only when necessary. Too many riders blast their high beams unnecessarily, blinding oncoming traffic. Before we dive into the next mistakes, if you missed the blueprint earlier, now's the time to grab it. It's still 10% off for the first 10 buyers, and honestly, it could save you more than the cost of just one repair bill. Don't wait until a mistake costs you big. Number 8. Throttle response to reduce. Wheelies. Wheelies. Every rider's temptation, right? But too much throttle in the wrong place can send your front wheel skyward faster than you'd like. Experienced riders learn to modulate their throttle to prevent this. The secret is to be gradual, especially in the lower gears. If you snap the throttle open too quickly, you risk popping a wheelie, which can throw you off balance. Instead, gradually open the throttle while focusing on maintaining smooth control. This is particularly crucial when you're launching from a stop or accelerating out of turns. By practicing this, you'll avoid those embarrassing moments when you find yourself with a wheel in the air, struggling to maintain balance. Number 9. Mind your blind spots. We've all heard about checking our mirrors, but let's be honest, mirrors only show part of the picture. Experienced riders know that a quick head check can make all the difference when changing lanes or merging into traffic. Mirrors are great for a quick look, but they don't capture everything. Cars, trucks, and even other motorcycles can easily hide in those spots that your mirrors can't pick up. That's why head checks are essential. Before you make any lane change or merge, take a second to glance over your shoulder. This simple action could be the difference between a smooth lane change and a dangerous situation. Number 10. Fatigue awareness. Long rides can be exhilarating, but they also come with the risk of fatigue. Experienced riders know that fatigue doesn't just make you tired, it clouds your judgment and slows your reaction time. That's why pro riders make it a point to take breaks on long rides. It doesn't matter if you're on a cross-country road trip or just on a weekend adventure. Your body needs time to recharge. Every 90 minutes or so, pull over, stretch, hydrate, and give yourself a mental reset. It may seem like a small thing, but taking regular breaks can improve your focus and reduce the risk of accidents. Fatigue is a silent killer in the world of riding, and the pros are well aware of it. Bonus tip: ride with a purpose. One of the biggest differences between experienced and new riders is how they approach every ride. Pro riders don't just hop on their bike and go. They ride with intention, whether it's practicing new skills, testing your limits, or simply enjoying the freedom of the open road. Always ride with a purpose. Take time to plan your routes, think about your gear, and set a goal for each ride. This mindset keeps you focused and improves your skills over time. A ride without purpose can lead to mistakes, but a ride with purpose builds confidence and mastery.